Hello, my lovelies and stuff. So I'm told I should do this video now and kind of explain what I'm doing with induced lactation, and then I'll do some update videos as more goes on. So the basic of this is Domperdone, or however it is pronounced. This is my handy dandy bottle, which is going to be reversed because I'm using selfie mode. But it is a drug used for other purposes in the US. It is not allowed to be prescribed as a breastfeeding drug in the US. That's for Reglan. But I don't like Reglan because it is more likely to give you mental health issues than Domperdone is. And the Domperdone is actually better at producing. So I just have to order it overseas. It's not illegal to have. It's not illegal to order. Not anything like that. It's just not allowed to be prescribed in the US. That is the basis of most of what I'm doing. But let me walk through the whole thing. So right now, I am trying to mimic being pregnant by being on an active birth control, back-to-back, no missing pills, and no sugar pills. So it's mimicking being pregnant. I've messed up because I'm not good at taking birth control. And I've missed a couple pills here and there, so I've done the lovely spotting a few times here and there. But that shouldn't mess up my progress at all because I've got enough time. And then anywhere from 6+ weeks before baby is born or due, you start pumping. Right now I'm on 80 milligrams of the Domperdone, which is 2 pills 4 times a day. You can go up to 160. I hopefully won't need that, I hope, because it's harder to wean off the more pills you're on. I breastfed successfully with River for 2 years, and I'm already producing drops, and like pretty significant amount for not actively being pumping or anything like that, and being still on birth control. And this birth control does prohibit breast milk production. So I'm hoping that means that it's a good sign, but I'm not pumping yet. I'm going to actually start pumping at the beginning of October, which will give me plenty of time before baby is due and born, because I'm hoping to get in at least 8 to 10 weeks of pumping before baby is born to make sure that I have a full supply. I have read that it takes up to 12 weeks for your full supply to be developed when you're pumping like this. So I would just prefer to be up to a decent amount. A full supply is around, to be making enough to for sure be able to feed the baby without supplementing. I need about 12 ounces a day. And if I'm not making 12 ounces a day by the time baby is born, I will be supplementing. Rihanna is the best. If we haven't already acknowledged this, she's going to pump for me so that anything supplementy wise I can get from her. The first few days we're actually going to be playing Bounce the Baby da boob because I want baby to get a lot of her colostrum that I obviously won't be producing. So we're going to kind of bounce baby back and forth those first few days so that it can get that. And yes, honey. Problems with recording with the child in the room. But anywho, I will be supplementing with an SNS tube if I do not have a full supply, which is a small tube that will go around my neck with a container at the other side, and then it'll tape to the side of my nipple and then go into the baby's mouth so baby can still be actively breastfeeding while, you know, still getting enough for what it needs. But hopefully, I'm going to give myself a good start in advance to get a good supply. And I'm leaking enough now that hopefully I've got a good supply. So, anyway, back to, here's the whole process. I am taking active birth control right now, back-to-back, no sugar pill, trying not to skip any pills, and taking 2 Dom pills 4 times a day, which is 80 milligrams. And then in October, I'm going to get off the birth control completely, which will mimic me having a baby, hopefully. And I'm going to start pumping then every 2 hours, including at night. I'm going to lose my mind. It's okay. I've never liked pumping. I said I would never be a pumping mom, but this is different because I'm inducing lactation and it's going to be great. But I'll start pumping then at the beginning of October. I'm going to add in some herbs. I'm going to add in goat's rue first. I think that's the big one I'm seeing is a big help. And then there are a few other like blessed thistle, fennel, and a few others that I will look at. I'm going to have like saved in my Amazon cart. So I I decide I need it, then I'm going to go with that. I'm going to try pumping the first few days without any herbs just to see what I'm putting out. And then I'm going to start adding the herbs in from there. I'm going to try to avoid the Greek because it's hit or miss with the Dom. If it works well, sometimes it works well like it does normally. And I just walk around smelling like maple syrup. And other times it actually does not go well with the Dom and it does the opposite effect and will, you know, prohibit your supply a little bit. So I am going to just wait on any of the herbs right away. I'm going to just start pumping and see how the first week goes. And if I'm gaining a significant amount, then another reason I want to start early, then I'm going to not worry about the herbs just because there's one more pill I have to take and I'm not good at remembering to take pills throughout the day. I have an alarm. You can ask River. She calls it Mommy's Booby Milk Alarm. And if it goes off and I'm not near my phone, River, she'll go grab my phone and she'll be like, Mom, your alarm was going off. You need to take your medicine for the booby milk. You need to be able to take my booby milk for my baby. She's very into this. And like I've shown her, because I'm very open about all this stuff, that, you know, boobs are for feeding babies. And I've shown her the little bit of colostrum that I can get out right now. And she's like, she's also a little bit concerned because she's like, Mommy, can the booby milk be put in a bottle so I can feed my baby? Yes. Yes, it can. When baby's a little bit older, I can put booby milk in a bottle and you can feed your baby. Don't you worry, because this is her baby, remember. Anyway, that is pretty much the goal. So my plan is to start pumping the very first week of October because, again, I want to make sure I have a good supply. I want to make sure in case baby comes early or anything like that, I'm ready, set to go. I'll have a decent freezer supply, even though Rianne's going to be wonderful and pump for me. Anything that I might need to supplement, I still want to have a decent freezer supply going myself. And yeah, I'm really excited. I loved breastfeeding River. I absolutely loved it. It was a tough start. We had a very tough start. But once we got into the move and the groove of it, we did really well. And, you know, we did last a little bit over 2 years. And that's my goal to do with this baby too. So there's that. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I will do whatever I can to help. I don't know it all, obviously, as I get into it more is where, you know, I get going with it more. Yes, this process can be mimicked for re-lactating too. So if you have a baby that you stop lactating a few months before or whatever, you can use this process to relactate. You don't need to take the birth control because, again, the birth control will stop the breast milk from forming. But you can take the Domperdone, you can take the herbs, you can pump like crazy, and you can put baby to breast all you can. Because that's going to be the big thing for me when I get into the hospital. As soon as baby's born, it's going to be like, gotta put baby to breast here. I need to make sure my supply keeps going here. But that's how you can relactate and, you know, get milk flowing again if you wanted to. Like I said, if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer. If I don't know the answer, I will try to direct you to somebody who does. But that is how I plan to relactate and feed this baby.